Welcome to Financial Health, a 5-minute conversation with Jason Weier of Weier Wealth Management, focusing on your current and future financial goals. This is Financial Health on WOMT.
It's Financial Health, and it wouldn't be Financial Health without my good friend Jason Weier of Weier Wealth Management. Jason, everybody is on the edge of their seat wondering, how are you today?
Heidi ho, very well. How are you?
Fantastic.
No, still not working.
I don't know where the
should I go back?
Heidi-ho
Should I go back to the other? Great. How are you doing, Ian?
You're
Very
fine.
Great. Have a good day. Yeah.
Jason, I love how you and I can be open like this. You know, it's good. But Jason, last week we were talking about stock investments, and I'm still floored at the idea that, again, you said the top 10% of wealth in the nation, own 93% of the stock market.
Yeah. And again, we understand that you can view that in a negative light.
Certainly.
I'm trying to keep it in a positive way, kind of switch that.
Silver lining, yeah.
And again, say if that's the common denominator, maybe we use that to encourage everyone else. At that same article, and we didn't get a chance to get into it last time, but that same article talked about that.
From the Fed, by the way.
It's a federal statement, so
Yes.
It's from the Fed. That the highest number of Americans actually owned stocks at this point in time. This is as of 2023, most recent data.
Yeah.
So as of 2023, 58% of U.S. households owned some kind of stock, maybe a mutual fund or stock, but they owned something. So participation in the stock market. That's what I like. And we talked about this last time, Ian. What was the one characteristic that I like of investing in stocks? Do you remember the first one?
Transparency.
Transparency. So it's very clear. You know what you own. Very easy to understand. What's the other one? Do you remember the second one?
The wealth of data.
Exactly. Historical context. We have so much wealth, if you will, of data. So it's at our fingertips, and even more so now than ever. But
It's all right there.
It's 100 years. So we can back test, we can analyze, we can do anything. Anything else that comes to mind with stock investing, or should I go down my road?
No, I'm thinking, so again, so this is just a little bit of motivation, because it really seems, like you said, 58% own stocks. Now that is, it's a good number, but there's still another 42%. And that's a big percentage of people who do not have this avenue of, building their wealth.
Building wealth. And it's a great vehicle to build wealth. Right. And that's what we're trying to touch the surface on why to own stocks. Historical context, we have data, transparency, we have that. Another thing is liquidity. So it's fairly liquid, meaning if we compare building wealth with real estate compared to building wealth with the stock market, yes, you're subjected to the stock prices every second, every minute, every day.
Yes.
But you can get in and you can get out. It's not a good method, but it's definitely liquid, so your money's not tied up like a house or the housing market.
Exactly. And Jason, that is a great point also. Again, the fact that you can make this decision, but also not be stuck with it.
Yeah.
That's actually a really comforting feeling.
So, I mean, again, for us, our approach, that's just encouraging. Another feature, if I could, as we're down this line here, it's a very low barrier to entry. And that's a finance definition. I'm a finance degree. Do you know what that means, though, when I say low barrier to entry?
Actually, yes, I do.
All
now,
right.
it's easy to buy stocks.
It's easy.
It's very easy. I've done it before in the past.
And how much did you invest, if you don't want to say?
$100.
Exactly. So it does not require a lot of capital to get into it. So again, liquid, it's accessible. History, transparency, very minimal dollars to get into it and participate in that potential growth to build wealth. Ian, do we have time for the last one?
Yes, we do.
In a relative sense, again, it's a low cost to invest as well. When we compare to other items then, so real estate, if it's 4%, 5%, 7%, whatever that is for real estate buying.
Yeah.
Stock market, depending on who you use, what you do, what kind of services you want, you can drive down that cost. But really, you're not going to pay much more than 1 or 1.5%.
Exactly.
So it's pretty minimal. So low cost, low barrier of entry, but it gives you that ability to grow your wealth.
And also diversify.
Please,
well.
always diversify.
Always diversify. And Jason, I do have to just bring up, again, you're saying that 58% of people do own stocks. And I think I think the younger generation is definitely coming around to this. You and I both know the phrase "to the moon," for a reason, and that is very interesting to me. And I think I think we're definitely going to see a swing, and I'm really excited about that. And again, this is just encouragement. Really, just get into the stock market with stock investments. Now, Jason, if anybody has any questions, maybe they do want to diversify, build the wealth with stock investments, what's a good way to reach out to you and your team?
Yeah, please start with our website. It's weierwealthmanagement.com. Weier is Weier. A lot of good articles, videos, podcasts, all kinds of calculators. Try that website. Look us up on Facebook, or you can do the old-fashioned phone call, 920-242-9470.
Jolly-O, I'll chat with you next week. It's WOMT.
Securities offered through Advantax Investment Services, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Advantax Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through Advantax Insurance Agency. Views and opinions presented in this podcast are those of Jason Weier and not of Advantax Wealth Management or subsidiaries. Opinions voiced in this material are for general information only, not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual performance. Reference is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All investing involves risk, including the loss of principal. No strategy assures success or protects against loss. This is a hypothetical example. This is not representative of any specific investment advice. Your results may vary.
Financial Health is heard every Monday at approximately 11:20 with Jason Weier of Weier Wealth Management. Learn more online at weierwealthmanagement.com. You're listening to WOMT Radio, a Seahafer broadcasting station.